Hi, I'm Carol Herman.
And I'm Vanessa Miller. And when looking for a partner for this project, I found Carol's personal ad, and she mentioned something about research. And as it's one of my passions, I found her. And with her suggestion, we started the week with one idea that we wanted to do something with a comic strip for kids. So on Monday, we sat together and we grappled for a while with trying to find something that would work for both of us, as we both have the same intention in mind, being marketable to our colleagues.
I work as a school library media specialist, so I need to collaborate with teachers.
And I'm an enrichment teacher, and half of my job is to collaborate with other teachers in their classrooms. Do you want to talk a little bit about that roller coaster that we were on?
Okay, so when we found each other, that was very exciting, and when we both liked the idea of using comic strips, having kids create comic strips about historic figures or famous people, that was great. Then we started to get into the details, and we realized what we originally had in mind we weren't happy with. Some parts of it seemed too big, or the kids weren't going to be able to do enough in-depth work. So we had to talk through that for a while. I was starting to think, do we have to throw out this project? But no, we resolved our problems, we revised the project we had in mind, and then we were off and running again, and really we were smooth sailing to the end.
Yeah, we had our aha moment, I think, that came around the idea of using that cartoon tool as a summarization, a way for students to be able to summarize written text, that's something that all students do struggle with. We also realized that we could link it to a current curriculum that Carol uses at her school, researching famous Hispanic American leaders, and I work with the History Day contest at my school, and this year's theme will be Leaders and Legacy. And from that point on, the creative process was incredibly smooth, so it was great.
And there was so much give and take and easy discussion. So I think as we both said, the process was easy for us once we went past that initial hurdle.
One thing I learned about myself is that I was really happy that we spent so much time in the beginning to grapple with the idea, so that the rest of the process could be so easy. Often at my work, I tend to just jump into new things that I'm excited about without taking the time in the beginning to really define the goals or the intentions of what I want to do. I learned that I do need to pause sometimes and define my path before going full throttle into a new idea, and I feel that this will help me be a better collaborator at my own school.
I found out how much I enjoy working with a new partner. I do partner with teachers at school, but it's always great fun to find somebody else with new ideas and new talents to partner with. I found that models were very important for me. As we were filling out our lesson plan, I would refer back to the model that had been given to us, or even learning about the cool tools. The more specific the presenter could be in modeling how they used the tool, that was very helpful. I learned I need time to practice new tech in a low-stress environment. If we were given something and said, you need to have a finished product in 10 minutes and you're going to be scored on it, I did not do my best work, and it wasn't fun. When I went home and played with it, it was a lot of fun. And the final thing was in terms of time management. Because there was so much to do, I realized that it helped me if at certain points we could stop and make a list. What do we need to do now, or what do we still need to do? What are our top priorities in finishing, and what could we leave off if we don't have time to finish? So that made me feel in control once we had set priorities.
As far as how we're going to implement this project when working with our own students, I see the overall lesson that we created to be used in actually my 6th grade history classes, as they don't participate in the History Day contest. That's more for the 7th and 8th grade groups. I feel that we could use this exact project with them so that they feel a part of the contest next year. I can also see it working with our 5th grade social studies so that it truly is a school-wide event, this History Day project that we conduct every year. When I'm thinking specifically about the bit strips, I could see this tool working for any teacher who wants an interactive way to teach summarization. And Also, for formative assessment is what I learned in the, the cool tools session. I thought that was wonderful. I also intend to use Blend Space to help flip my classroom. Separately, I really would like to use it as the introduction to the History Day theme every year. I usually spend an entire class period to introduce it to my students, and it's me talking at them versus them interacting and really engaging in the theme and choosing a right partner and choosing the right topic. So I feel that if this is flipped, the students can do that whole introduction at their own time at home and really think about the project so that when they come into school the next day, we can spend the class period really getting into the topics that they are going to choose and spend a lot of time with during their research process.
As Vanessa mentioned, I already work with teachers on a Famous Hispanic Americans project and Famous French People projects, and so this is perfect because they do their research, and the bit strips is a wonderful creative way for getting students to translate information that they get in more academic format, reading and writing, into a visual format. But also, like Vanessa said, I can see using it in bit strips as a tool when I work with the health teacher. Any content that students need to learn and then demonstrate that they understand and can communicate to others. The cartoon is such a fun way. It's so engaging, and I think it would keep kids working longer because it's so much fun. In terms of Blend Space, I'd like to use that flipping the library, putting a lot of my research presentations up in the form of screencasts, maybe how to do different research tasks, everything from searching my library catalog to finding resources online, and maybe doing book talks, and then I can make a grid, say, of video book talks and have them all in one spot for kids who are looking for help in certain areas.
It's been a great week.
Yep, learned a lot. We'll take a lot back to our schools.
Yeah. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you, Vanessa.